What's good with it, YouTube? What's good with it? What's with it with it? Good to see y'all again. I love y'all, man. For real, for real. Let me go ahead and throw my specs on right quick. Alright, so you know how I do it. I'm gonna jump straight off into it here. First off, diving board, right? Y'all remember my last video I said I was gonna talk to y'all about um that tornado? Alright, so I hope y'all got your popcorn and your little Pepsis and your little Cokes, your little blow pops, your little pickles and all that they used to sell us back in the day when we used to have a movie day at school and story time. So check this out. This how I started out now. I believe it was a cold, dark, stormy night. Very cold, dark. So I was in, I would say middle school, probably heading over into high school. I was playing with the high school band even though I was in middle school. But we had a championship game. It was Clarksdale High School against Macomb, which is in Jackson, Mississippi. And so we went down there. It was cool. Everything was cool from the jump. We went down there and yeah, we won. You know, Clarksdale High was a great team, so we won. And then we came back. Me and Grandma always like get in a dispute about the time, but I just know it was early in the morning, man. We got back around 11, 12, 1 something. It was late night. So I remember my best friend Bullethead asked his mom could he come to my house when we won and got back to the high school, put all our equipment up from the drums and stuff. And his mom said no, which she was smart for that reason because stuff went down that night. And so we went on back home to the country out there in Beeland, Mississippi. Me and my grandma. And my little brother was there too, you know. So what happened is when we got there, my granddad, Biggie, had this camcorder and he was just going around recording everything. I still had my band uniform on. I still had my drumsticks. I'm playing. We got this all recorded on tape. And I'm trying to get Grandma to let us find it for y'all, but I'm sitting here playing my drums and Grandma there, Wayne there, my big brother, Big Nizzle there, my little brother, and my niece Destiny. She was a baby. She was a little baby. She was there. Wayne was being a great dad to her. He was, you know, we was young, but man, all of a sudden, y'all, I'm telling you something. It was storming. It started storming and everything, and back when I grew up, you don't do nothing when it's storm. Grandma, she said, let God do his work. You sit down, you turn the game off, you turn the TV off, you don't even talk, you don't even, lucky if you could breathe. You don't do nothing. And so, you know, it was loud, it was bad. And the thing is, since we lived in the country, we could not get any satellite information because the rain was blocking the signal, so TV was off. You know, we don't know what's going on, but I just know one thing, y'all. Oh man, I just know one thing, y'all. It got quiet. It got so silent and quiet you can hear a pin drop out of all that rattling, thunder, lightning, boom, boom, boom. It got quiet, and now I see why they call it the quiet of the storm, right? Hello. In the meantime, in between time, all we hear is boom, windows. That's what it hit. It hits the windows first. It went from quiet to train wreck situation out the blue, and the glass blew out. All right, where were we at this time? Grandmama was in her room. Granddaddy was, I think he was in the room. Me and Na was in the front room, and Big Wayne was in the room with Destiny. House started shaking. It started sounding like a train, like woo, woo. Oh my God. And it seems like you just know you're gonna die. Like you just automatically know you're gonna die. You know, pretty much after that, you know, we do what we did, what we do with the drills. Me, my granddaddy, my little brother, Big Nizzle, we dropped down in the hallway, covered our heads up and everything. Wayne and Destiny, I think the door locked on Wayne or it closed and he couldn't get out. And then my grandma's room door closed on her. The wind was too much. She couldn't get out. But somehow Wayne got out. Wayne got out of his room and went and gave Destiny to grandmama. I believe that's the story. That's the way it went. I think he actually was able to get out of his room. The whole time it's just stuff spinning. It's stuff flying around and you can look in it. Man, all of a sudden, we on the ground, I'm praying, Wayne come out the door. Y'all ain't gonna believe me. That's why I'm like telling y'all now, because I know people don't believe me, but we on some supernatural stuff. If you don't believe me, you can ask my big brother. My niece was floating with nobody holding her. I don't know if it was the wind, the tornadoes, the angels, or what. Destiny was doggone floating. Just floating in the air, sitting there. Wayne went got grandma, gave her Destiny. Grandma put Destiny in her bra. Wayne put them in the tub, closed the door. And all I know, the house, it sounded like a can opener, ripping open a can. It said, it peeled the roof back, and I was sitting back just looking at tornadoes, just looking. And all I remember is the house caving in and falling on us. And grandmama and Destiny was in the bathtub. Once the chaos was over with, all of us was checking for each other. I was praying. I just know I was gonna die. Like me and my little brother, we was praying. My granddad was there praying, and it was just crazy. And my grandmama, the doggone wind locked her in the room. I think Wayne had to get her out the room to put her in the tub. But once all that happened, y'all, once all that was over with, it was, you look around, like we went from being inside in a house to like basically just outside. You know, no walls, no house, no nothing. It was the scariest thing of my life. And the scary thing is the sound. It's like you wouldn't believe how scary it is until you experience it. Now, we've been through plenty of tornadoes, but they used to just skip over our house and skip in the air, you know. And but this time, that joint hit our house and tore it into complete pieces, and we ended up losing everything. We had no clothes, no nothing. But I think so. Once it calmed down, my big brother had got in the car. We all got in the car, and we was driving through. Since it was in the cotton field, it was like it was still stormy, cold, rainy. Big Nod didn't have no shirt on or nothing, because we was supposed to be getting ready to lay down in bed. But Big Nod, it was so cold. He had no shirt, we had no shoes. And Wayne drove us to Destiny Mama house, but throughout that, it was just scary. There were no street lights. We couldn't see anything. It was pitch black. The only way we saw anything was when it lightning. And when it lightens in the country, it's totally different from when you in the city with all these street lights and stuff. We couldn't see nothing. It was just cold, rain, wet, and it felt like anarchy or something. But Wayne was driving, we was driving through wet cotton. It was getting stuck in our tire. I never forget. We having to pull the cotton out the tire. Oh my God, that was horrible. We ain't had no clothes. We ain't had no food. We ain't had nothing. But we made it through all the way back to not Clarksdale, but we made it to Destiny Mama house, and we shacked up there for a little minute. But then the next thing you know, we moved to Clarksdale, and that's when we bounced back, getting donations from people who, because I was in middle school then, like they found out the tornado tore our house down. I don't know if you know what it feels like to be in a tornado, but I don't even remember how I look as a baby no more, because all my baby pictures, everything got took. Even the dog got took. Chico, I think Chico got, the dog was spinning around in a circle. I don't know what happened to that dog. I wonder if he still, I think he survived it anyways, but I don't have, all my memories was gone. And I was like 7th, 8th grade maybe, 9th. All my pictures was gone, everything was gone. And so that was one of the most scary. That's top two scariest moments of my entire life with the tornado. That wasn't the last one though, so I'll tell you about a tornado I seen in the next video probably. When I saw the jump, it touched down, hit the ground, and then it split into two more tornadoes, you know, stuff like that. Like I really was on the road. We was on the road driving when that happened. We looking dead at it, but I'm gonna name this video Night of the Twister because only God could bring you up out of that situation, and I still had nightmares about that. I don't have to write nothing down. It's all off the top of my head because I dream about it often. Tornadoes are scary. Tornadoes are very scary. Anyways, y'all, I ain't bringing too many jokes and all this stuff into this one because I knew I was going to be traumatized. Hopefully I don't have no nightmare about this thing tonight, but who cares, y'all? Worth it. I love y'all. I'll be back with another one. I appreciate y'all listening to me. Love yourself, love one another, and stick with family. We all we got. We all we got, you know what I'm saying? Love humans. I'm out. One. Boom, boom. Out.